Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host Nathan P. Butler. This time we start another batch, recording all on the same day, with the Wanted Grogu, or Baby Yoda, whatever you want to call it, t-shirt here. And we're just going to kind of blaze through a whole bunch of small episodes, primarily on foreign releases, so not US in this case, in this batch at least for the most part. Mostly VHS, though not entirely. These are all things in which I am not a huge expert or anything. I'm more of an expert on the US stuff than the foreign stuff, but just really cool foreign stuff, many of which I picked up as a way of showing an example or a counterexample in a Saga on Home Video 2nd edition between a foreign market and the US market. For those who are wondering why you haven't seen the Grogu shirt before, little secret, which isn't really a secret, I don't like buying clothes for myself at all. So most of those Star Wars shirts and the Batman shirts and the superhero shirts, all that stuff you've seen me wearing in all these videos, especially when I record a bunch of episodes in one day and then for a month or 2 months, in the case last time, you're seeing the same shirt episode by episode by episode because I recorded it all at once. Those are actually things my wife gets me for Christmas. What do you get for a Star Wars guy who pre-orders everything for Christmas when he's already pre-ordered everything he wanted? Clothes. Lots and lots of clothes, usually Star Wars. So you'll see a lot more new Star Wars clothing, but it's all thanks to my wife and Christmas having just passed. So, what we want to check out here is something really kind of cool. It is another VHS copy of The Phantom Menace. One of the things I like to do is that if there's one thing I can focus in on and get a bunch of copies of from different regions, it allows me to show you differences here, but also show you regional differences in the book in a new type of sidebar that's going to be in the book called Across the Galaxy. It's just like a photo sidebar of different releases from different parts of the world for the same general product to kind of see how the packaging variants happen and all that kind of stuff. And in this case, we ran into one that really was pretty cool. It's not in the best of shape, but it really excited me to get it when Andrew Robinson over on the Star Wars Home Video group happened to be selling this off. And that is a Russian copy of The Phantom Menace. Now, why is it a big deal for me because it's Russian? One, I try to buy Russian stuff every once in a while through eBay. It never actually works out when it's coming actually from the Russian Federation. It never works out. On the other hand, I kind of try to lean towards trying to get Russian stuff, at least when I can, though it has generally not happened very often, if at all, because I actually took Russian in college. I love the Russian language. I haven't used it in so long that I barely remember any of it, but I love their alphabet, the Cyrillic alphabet, and how much more logical it is than the Latin alphabet and the way that it's used in English. And it was just a fun language to learn while I was in college. So when I get a chance to get something that's Star Wars in Russian, I try to jump on it. I've actually got Russian copies of Heir to the Empire and Shadows of the Empire, the novels, out in our garage in my tubs full of books that made space for this stuff. So, what is that release? It is a full-screen VHS release of The Phantom Menace from Russia. Notice it is a much wider package than we are used to for VHS. Even a VHS clamshell like the one from France, which we will look at in the next episode, is significantly less wide. So you have Star Wars there, but in Russian, with the one behind it, the Russian title there. This would be, let's see, Zvezdia, or Zvezdnia Vayni, I guess. Let's see, Skritaya Ugroza, I think. It's been a while. But we have basically the full screen type packaging image here, albeit bigger because of the shape, with the Maul visible behind it, kind of in light gray tones. Again, with the title. And then at the bottom, we have Kajdoi Sagi Есть Nachalo, or something like that, which basically, I guess, is every saga has a beginning, right? Or something along those lines. Then the spines each basically have your 26 Fox Home Entertainment logo, and then you have your Russian film logo, Russian title, in this case, then Maul, and then digitally mastered, Lucasfilm, and then the name of the film and product number underneath in English. And it's the same thing on the other side, it's just not Maul, it's Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. Okay. The top is going to be the symbol and then the title, both in Russian. I say symbol, logo, I guess is what I mean. Same kind of thing on the bottom here. Now, the back, similar in design to what we saw on most copies, albeit in this case in Russian, with the exception of the cast crew information here and some of the legalese type stuff underneath it. But then, of course, there is Russian legalese as well. Okay. Now, this opens, and this is where I'm probably going to go through and try to fix some of the cardboard pieces. It sort of peels, see now that's kind of tearing there, but it peels open, and inside you've got two sides. You got one side that's got kind of a poster style image there, 4 main characters, pod race, and again, the logo. And then the other side is the one that's holding the VHS that unfortunately moves around a lot in there and has a tendency to kind of bash around the sides. Interestingly, the label is actually printed on it, but it's not just text, right? So we have something similar to that poster image we just saw, and then Lucasfilm, 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment, and Laser Video. Nothing on this side, but then this side has information on it, which is unusual, or at least unusual for an American audience. 20th Century Fox, it's got Home Entertainment, then a bunch of text there in Russian. Okay. Now, if you put this in, what you've got is a Russian-dubbed full-screen copy of The Phantom Menace. And what I think is kind of cool about it is that you get to see the entire opening crawl and A Long Time Ago in a Galaxy Far, Far Away, all that stuff in Russian. And if I'm remembering correctly, it's been a little bit since I looked at this, the Star Wars logo, when it does the, or I guess from your perspective, the, then it flies off into the distance, is in Russian as well. Whereas most copies, including the one we're going to look at from France next time, it's still the English Star Wars logo, and then the crawl text itself becomes the other language. Whereas in this case, the logo itself as well. Again, if I'm remembering correctly, it has been a little while since I plugged this in and looked at it. But kind of cool. Again, not something that's going to be for everybody. You know, not all collectors are going to necessarily want to reach out to try to pick up something that is Russian. And in fact, like I said, it is kind of a pain in the butt to get it, because a lot of times on eBay, you're dealing with scammers and things like that, as opposed to people actually selling you legitimate ones. Oh, I guess I should note here, even though, gosh, it's kind of beat up, notice there that the spine from this side is actually this spine here, but it gets covered up by that spine when it's closed. So for me, this was, you know, a no-brainer when you put it up there for sale. I am going to try to, like I said, kind of fix it up just a little bit. But yes, it is available out there as well from Russia, and definitely has a cooler, different style of packaging and labeling than what we see in most markets, which I thought made it definitely worth a look. With that, we'll wrap up this episode. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the home video viewers.